Kardashians, the family that is obsessed with the spotlight and will do anything to keep their relevancy in the media. We haven't gone a single year without hearing some type of controversy involving them, whether it be her involvement in the Balenciaga scandal, which included serious accusations of child endangerment, or perpetuating unrealistic beauty standards by threatening legal action because an unedited photo of one of the Kardashians spread on the internet, or accusations of using men for fake relationships and drama to maintain their relevancy in the media. Ironically, their claim to fame was their reality TV show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, but none of their partners could keep up with their fake and dramatic lifestyles, to the point where the public referred to them as the Kardashian clan that affected whoever they dealt with the Kardashian curse. But to truly comprehend the damage dealt by this curse, we have to take a little trip down memory lane. It was the year 2003. Kardashian wasn't a household name, there were no billions and no controversy. Instead, Kim Kardashian was working for her friend Paris Hilton, who at the time was an infamous name in Hollywood. Whilst Paris Hilton was filming her reality TV show The Simple Life, Kim Kardashian made her first few appearances on television as her assistant, often helping her organize business and keep the closet under control. Kim was in this position of her life from the years 2003 to 2006. But little did anyone know that there was something bubbling under the surface that would change the trajectory of society. In 2003, Kim began dating William Ray Norwood Jr., aka Ray J. Ray J was an R&B singer who originally rose to fame in 2001 with his second studio album, This Ain't a Game, that included the single, Wait a Minute, that peaked at number 9 on Billboard. The reason this relationship is so significant is because during their relationship, they filmed the infamous sex tape, and this exact tape would tip over the first domino that catapulted the Kardashian name into stardom. However, this is where things begin to get a little fishy. It's important to note that Kim Kardashian didn't gain any significant notoriety until 2007, a year after her and Ray J had separated. And this fame was solely due to the fact that the tape, which had never been seen before, was leaked to the entire world, conveniently just months before the launch of the now notorious reality TV show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And here is where things take a turn. Vivid Entertainment, the outlet that released the tape, claimed in a press release that they purchased the tape from a quote-unquote third party. At the time, this third party was completely unknown and mysterious, until more and more time passed and more people began to speak up. Canadian journalist Ian Halperin claimed a source told him in his 2016 book it was Kris Jenner who engineered the deal behind the scenes and was responsible for the tape seeing the light of day. But the Kardashians denied these claims with no further comments at the time. The name Kim Kardashian immediately began to echo the hallways of Hollywood, and finding out who was behind the release of the tape faded out of relevancy, whilst the Kardashian family continued to thrive from the tape's attention. This was until many years later, during the season premiere of The Kardashians, where Kim's 6-year-old son found a game on Roblox advertising a new tape of his mother, and this was her reaction.
Who made that? Let me see. Let me see. Click on it. Oh, hold on. Chloe, come here. I feel like you're the only one that would understand.
Okay, I'm coming.
I'm not sure what this means. This is a character on Roblox, but it says... What? I know, that's why I said.
That's not my character, that's a game.
Oh, it's a game?
She later went on to say that had my son been a little older and been able to read, I would have been mortified, but I died inside. I don't want it to be copied. I have 4 kids. I can't go through this again. This was like 20 years ago. However, this outrage from Kim was extremely ironic, especially because it was rumored by a majority of the public that it was the Kardashians themselves, more specifically Kris Jenner, that leaked the tape. And what happened next just didn't help. Later on in that episode, it depicted Kim's husband, Kanye West, supposedly retrieving the tape from Ray J. Kim gathers the family in a dramatic scene and says, "Kanye flew home last night and he got me all of the tape back. He got the computer it was on and the hard drive. He met with Ray J at the airport and got it all back for me." Mentioning Ray J's name after almost 2 decades later could have possibly alluded to the fact that Kim blamed Ray J for leaking the tape. This triggered Ray J to rise from irrelevancy as he told the Daily Mail, "I've sat in the shadows for 14 years, allowing the Kardashians to use and abuse my name and make billions." He then told the publication, "I've never leaked a tape in my life. It's never been a leak. It's always been a deal and a partnership between Kris Jenner and Kim and me. We've been partners since the beginning of this thing.
All right, here go the sex tape contract. You want to see the sex tape contract? There go the sex tape contract. There it is. There's the whole thing, right? That's my handwriting. That's it, right? This is the sex tape full contract. They done already breached the contract by talking about it. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. There you go. Let's talk about it. Like, let's keep going. And keep going, because I'm telling you, go down to that. That's important right there. That's important because that's my signature and that's Steve Hirsch's signature. And I love you, Steve. This ain't got nothing to do with you. This is about somebody fronting and lying. And I wish you can say something now when you saw her lying, but we'll deal with her later in court. She got to talk. I hope she don't want to lie under oath.
Your mom controlled this whole tape deal with Joe Francis and Vivid CEO Steve Hirsch. It was her idea to put out the tape. All I did was agree. After their entanglement in the early 2000s, Ray J never saw the same fame he once had. Even after appearing on several reality TV shows of his own, it was obvious that things just weren't the same. And to add salt to the wound, in 2013, when Kim and Kanye were getting married, Ray J made a track called I Hit It First, in which he's obviously referring to Kim. He then sent them a check which totaled the profits he made from the song to mock their marriage, but to everyone else, he just looked sad and desperate. It was now the year 2007, just a couple months after the breakup with Ray J, and just months before the release of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Kim was in another relationship. Nick Cannon, now famously known for his public relations and his variety of TV shows, dated Kim for a very limited amount of time, approximately a year. Their relationship, although short, was very important because it foreshadowed the agony Kim's future partners would face by just associating with the Kardashian name. At the time, Nick was 26 years old and stated that he was heartbroken after she lied to him about the existence of the now well-known tape, just months before the tape was actually leaked. To make matters worse, it was said by Nick himself that Ray J warned him of Kim Kardashian before he was romantically involved with her.
It didn't come out until later, until when we were together. So when it came out, all the press, I was getting hit with all the press because she was with me. And it was like, yo, is this your girl? And, so it got a little shaky. And Ray's my man. Like, Ray even gave me a little forewarning beforehand.
Oh, really? What was that conversation like?
You know what? Because it's like, Ray's always been a good dude and a friend of mine. And I always say Hollywood is like high school, man. Like, your girlfriend from 9th grade ends up dating your partner in the 11th grade and all that stuff. So, and he was like, you saying that now? You over there holding hands now? You ain't going to be wanting to do that in a few weeks. And I was like, what you talking about? I think he just giving me shit, you know what I mean? I cut to a few weeks later, the damn tape come out. I was like, that's what that man was talking about.
Soon after Kim and Nick broke up, the tape had gone viral after being mysteriously leaked, and Kris Jenner, the mastermind of the Kardashian, often referred to as the momager, came up with the staple of the Kardashian clan, the reality TV show Keeping Up with the Kardashians. The entire premise of this show was to capture the hectic, somewhat fake lifestyle that the family portrayed. The show famously used celebrity relationships to hang on to constant relevancy and satisfy the less eventful lives of their viewers, and it completely worked. During the start of the show, Kim began dating Reggie Bush, and this relationship would be the first of many where the Kardashian used men for drama and controversy on the show. At the time, Reggie played college football for USC, where he earned consensus All-American honors twice and won the Bridgman Trophy as the most outstanding player in the nation. He was regarded as one of the greatest college football players of all time. From 2001 AD, Reggie was really that guy. Anything related to him on social media was guaranteed to get millions of views. Even before joining the NFL or having any ties to the Kardashians, he signed $1 million deal with Adidas, which solidified his future but also enabled him to catch the eyes of Kim, which led to Kim and Reggie meeting at the 2007 ESPY Awards through a mutual friend. Although it seemed like they were in love, it appeared as though it was just too much for Reggie. It was clear to everyone that Reggie wasn't a fan of the constant spotlight that the Kardashian name now had, as he was constantly under the watchful eye of the media, with even his brother commenting on the matter.
Do you ever wish that you were Kim Kardashian's brother-in-law?
Never. I never really liked her, so.
You didn't?
No, not at all.
Why not?
No, she was too much.
She was a bit
She was too much for the family. We couldn't.
How so?
Just too much. I'll just leave it at that.
Their relationship was of course heavily documented for TV on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, but eventually it became obvious that the pair were just chasing different things in life. Where Reggie was focused on his sport, Kim cared only about the spotlight. So just months before their anticipated engagement, they split up. And of course, every second of Kim's depressed state was captured for viewers in season 3. And because they were both so high profile, you'd think that we'd get both sides of the story, except we didn't. Instead, the narrative was twisted to suit the Kardashians' image as strong and perfect, something that would often be done after any controversy to uphold their status and demean the ex-partner, with articles saying things like, Kim Kardashian will be fine after splitting with Reggie. She'll bounce back and is going to be fine either way, and that she travels the world and has created brands that he just can't keep up with, which was just completely false. Although she always bounced back quick, her relationships almost always crumbled just as quick as they were formed. And her so-called brands included things like the Kardashian card, which was a prepaid debit card. After launching the website, announcing fees, and providing all the relevant information, the card was quickly taken off the market due to heavy criticism. Many claimed that the card was predatory because it was aimed at young teens, yet the card was filled with charging fees like ATM withdrawal, monthly, annual, cancellation, and loading fees all on one card. Or Kardashian Chaos, a Kardashian gift shop with ridiculous prices, like a bottle of water being €8. But only months later, everything had to be sold for less than half the original price and the shop was closed once and for all. But Reggie's football career had also seemed to slowly fade out of the media spotlight, with many saying that he was overhyped in college and was more known for his high-profile relationship rather than what he does in the football field. But needless to say, Reggie continued to have a great career, even joining the Saints Hall of Fame and winning the Super Bowl with the Saints in 2010 AD. However, ratings for Keeping Up with the Kardashians began to dip after season 3, and Kris Jenner was afraid that the show had become stale. But that had completely changed when Kourtney became pregnant. Instead of focusing on the genuine issues Kourtney was facing, Kris Jenner used the pregnancy to bring in new drama to the show, with issues about marriage, divorce, and fertility struggles. She saw her daughter's real-life struggles as a business opportunity to connect with her audience and garner interest. And the sad thing was that it completely worked. There was a hail of media attention, all in support of the Kardashians, and just like that, they were back in relevancy. At this point in time, it was 2010 AD, and the Kardashians' career had already begun to flourish beyond anyone's expectations. But one thing that we need to understand is that when a celebrity reaches such a level of fame that early in their career due to one big controversy, they have to maintain that type of attention. But to actually do that, the levels individuals will go to tend to get worse and worse. And the Kardashians' method was controversy. Kris Humphries was named 2004 Big Ten Freshman of the Year and named to the Big Ten first team by the media and coaches. However, he had a quiet, if not very bland and average start to his career in the NBA, only gaining more recognition in 2009 when he moved to the New Jersey Nets, which prompted the start of his relationship with Kim in 2010. Kim would often be seen courtside, and it was obvious that the two were dating. And after just 6 months of dating, Kris proposed. And of course, it wouldn't be a Kardashian relationship if it wasn't filmed. The ceremony was filmed for the 4-hour E! Special, Kim's Fairy Tale Wedding, which aired on October 2011, but their relationship was just that, a fairy tale. The two then later appeared on the Ellen DeGeneres Show to renew their vows.
It's been 5 weeks since your wedding, which is a long time for reality TV stars, so it's time to renew your vows.
Although Ellen was just joking, nobody knew how much of a foreshadow this actually was. As just 72 days of marriage, Kim filed for a divorce. She went on to say that, "I had hoped this marriage was forever, but sometimes things just don't work out as planned." But what was this plan? Because almost a full decade later, in the reunion show, she stated that she felt pressured and only went through with the wedding because of the $10 million that was spent on the production. And morally, this wouldn't have been an issue if Kris was in on it, as relationships are famously faked for TV. However, Kris fully believed that Kim was serious about their relationship, stating that, "To me, it was real. I would never go through with something that wasn't real or I didn't believe in." Kris then filed for an annulment citing fraud. The publication also claimed that Kris attempted to get a legal separation rather than a divorce if the annulment was not approved. But unfortunately for Kris, the two were still legally married until 2013 when their divorce was finalized in June. Arguably one of the most sensational and popular celebrity relationships of all time was Kim's 6-year marriage to Kanye, which all began in 2011, just months after she divorced Kris Humphries. The breakup prompted Kanye to invite Kim to his fashion show in Paris, in which Kim said on an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, "After my breakup, I was feeling really low and down, and he said, just come to Paris and see my fashion show. He jokes that he put on his whole fashion show just to get a date with me. So I went there and I stayed with him, and that's where we started dating." The couple then had 2 children, one in 2012, where Kanye referred to Kim as his baby mama on stage, and in 2013, where Kim gave birth to Northwest. They then got married in 2014, and so began the solidification of Kardashian's billion-dollar empire. Almost a decade passed, and after hundreds of millions of followers and being crowned as the world's youngest billionaire, history was once again repeating itself in Kim's relationship. Only this time, it was much worse than a petty divorce. On February 19th, 2021, Kim filed for divorce, in which she sought to joint legal and physical custody of their 4 children. And in 2022, she was declared legally single, in which she stated that, "There's no way to repair our marriage. Kanye doesn't agree, but at least it appears that he's come to the realization that I want to end our marriage. Even if he doesn't, I hope the court restores me to the status of a single person so that me and my family can move forward in this new chapter." Currently, it's left Kanye in shambles as he claims that he is fighting to see his kids on a daily basis. As we now know, the Kardashians' family empire was formed as a result of Kris Jenner molding her children into public figures that enabled her financial success. But here's where the problem lies. Kanye doesn't want this to happen to his children, but it was already too late at this point, as his second daughter, Northwest, was already viral on TikTok with 16 million followers, with the majority of the internet already seeing her account, in which she usually uploads fun and childish content with her mother Kim. Kanye was already worried about his daughter, stating that,
"Just got off the phone with Kim. I told her to stop antagonizing me with this TikTok thing. I said it's never again. I am her father. I know y'all don't respect fathers and the idea of family, and media tries to promote something. I said, I'm not allowing my daughter to be used by TikTok, to be used by Disney. I have a say-so." And then when people say, "Oh, they're going to use this for you in court," I didn't have a say-so on whether or not they went to Sierra Canyon. Most men do not, there's no such thing as 50-50 custody with in society today. That's not even, it always leans towards the mom. But right now, and I'm happy that you guys got to see just a small piece of what I dealt with.
But things got even worse when Ice Spice, who was heavily sexualized online, and Northwest, a teenager, made a few TikToks together. Kim most likely arranged this meetup as Ice Spice was one of North's favorite idols. And at this point, there wasn't anything out of the ordinary. But that was until North uploaded a TikTok that showed her dressed up provocatively, mimicking Ice Spice and mouthing inappropriate lyrics from one of her songs. Kim then quickly responded, stating that Kanye might have been right in this one instance, and that as soon as I saw the words, I was like, oh no, we're taking this down. She then went on to say that as the parent who is the main provider and caregiver for our children, I'm doing my best to protect our daughter whilst also allowing her to express creativity in a medium that she wishes with adult supervision. But this just wasn't true, because if the account was supervised by Kim, then the video would have never been uploaded. And as time passes, the Kardashian family and anyone associated with them seem to be using the same formula that rose their name through the ranks. And after dozens of controversies and failed relationships, who knows when it will stop for the Kardashians.